Chosen One, stop everything you're doing right now. If you found this video, it wasn't by chance. The universe guided you here because the time for your transformation has arrived. The message you're about to receive will completely change the course of your life and open your eyes to truths that have been hidden for a long time. The divine light is about to reveal those who betrayed you while you placed your trust in them. People who smiled at you while plotting against your dreams in the shadows. But this is not a message of despair, it's a message of power and restoration. What you will discover in the next few minutes will awaken a force within you that has been dormant. A force that will make you prevail over any betrayal, any obstacle, any person who tried to diminish your light. This message is so powerful that many won't be able to watch it to the end. Before we begin this journey of revelation and power, I want to ask 3 things of you. Subscribe right now to the channel to receive more divine messages that will transform your life. Leave your like to expand the energy of this revelation, and comment, "I will prevail," to seal this transformation pact. Your life will never be the same after this message. Now, prepare your heart and mind. You have been chosen to hear this truth, and the moment of your liberation has arrived. Chosen One, you carry a mark that few can see. A mark invisible to ordinary eyes, but brilliant to those who understand divine power. This mark wasn't placed by chance. You were selected for a greater purpose, for a mission that transcends the ordinary. From the moment you were born, the universe already knew you would be different. The energy that flows through you is not like others. It's more intense, deeper, more transformative. That's why so many times you felt displaced, as if you didn't belong to the same world as others. It wasn't your imagination, it was your divine essence manifesting. This mark of the Chosen One is what awakens envy in the hearts of those who live in the shadows. They feel your light, even without understanding it, and it deeply bothers them. That's why so many have tried to diminish your light, question your dreams, or sabotage your plans. They fear what they don't understand, and you, Chosen One, are incomprehensible to minds limited by fear and scarcity. The universe doesn't make mistakes. If you're hearing this message now, it's because the time has come to fully awaken to your true nature. The difficulties you faced weren't punishments, they were tests to strengthen your soul. Each obstacle, each disappointment, each closed door served to shape the spiritual warrior you're destined to be. Many around you couldn't see your potential because they were too busy with their own limitations. But the universe always knew. The divine force always recognized in you what others couldn't see. Your ability to transform, to heal, to manifest abundance where before there was only scarcity. The mark of the chosen comes with responsibilities, it's true. You were designated to break cycles, to disrupt limiting patterns that for generations have kept people trapped in mediocre lives. The burden may seem heavy at times, but remember, you wouldn't receive this mission if you didn't have the strength needed to fulfill it. For a long time, you may have tried to hide your light, to fit in, to not bother those who feel threatened by your power. You may have doubted yourself when external voices shouted louder than your intuition, but that time is over. From today on, you will honor the divine mark you carry. Synchronicities are aligning in your favor. The numbers you repeatedly see, the coincidental encounters, the recurring dreams. All these are signs that the universe is communicating with you, preparing you for the great awakening that's about to happen. Your intuition is sharper than ever. That inner voice that whispers truths your conscious mind still tries to deny. It's time to listen to it carefully. It is the direct channel between you and the divine wisdom that guides you. Trust it without hesitation, for it will lead you along the right paths even when the road seems uncertain. People who don't resonate with your frequency will naturally begin to distance themselves from your life. This isn't a loss, it's a necessary cleansing. The universe is creating space for new connections, aligned with your divine purpose to enter. Each person who leaves takes with them energies that no longer serve your growth. You were chosen because your soul agreed to this mission even before you were born. On the spiritual plane, you understood the importance of the role you would play in this life and accepted the challenges that would come with it. The memories of that choice are imprinted in your essence, even if your conscious mind doesn't directly access them. The divine mark of the chosen one isn't a burden, it's a blessing. It's the cosmic recognition that you have the power to transform not only your own reality, but to positively influence everything around you. When you finally embrace this truth, miracles will begin to manifest in your life with a frequency that would previously have seemed impossible. You are part of a spiritual lineage of transformers, visionaries, manifestors. Your spiritual ancestors walk beside you, guiding your steps and applauding your courage. Their strength flows in your veins, even in moments when you feel alone. Never forget, you are the continuation of a tradition of power and light. From today on, you will walk with the certainty of someone who knows their true identity. No longer will you diminish yourself to make others feel comfortable. No longer will you deny your gifts to avoid others' discomfort. The mark of the chosen will shine in you like a beacon, attracting those who need your light and repelling those who prefer darkness. The time for doubt is over. The time for hiding is over. You are a chosen one, and the time has come to live according to this truth. Chosen one, a great revelation is on the way. The divine light, the one that nothing can hide, is about to illuminate the darkest corners of your life. Prepare yourself, for what was in the shadows will be exposed with a clarity that will surprise you. This light is not common. It's the light of absolute truth, the one that penetrates through masks, lies, and illusions. It's the light that shows things as they really are, not as they appear to be. For years, you've been kept in the dark about certain realities in your life. People close to you, situations that seemed beneficial, opportunities that seemed right. Not everything was as it seemed. The universe has protected you until now, waiting for the perfect moment for this revelation, because you needed to gain strength first, develop your intuition, strengthen your spirit. Now you're ready to see the truth, however painful it may initially be. This revealing light doesn't come to punish you, but to free you. Imagine living for years believing a lie, basing important decisions on false information. That isn't freedom, it's imprisonment. True freedom begins with truth, however uncomfortable it may be at first. Many times you felt that uneasiness, that feeling that something wasn't right, but you couldn't identify exactly what. It was your intuition trying to reach you, trying to show what your eyes couldn't yet see. Now, finally, the fog will dissipate. The divine light doesn't ask permission to shine. It simply illuminates. Some people in your life will try to create shadows, divert your attention, convince you that what you're seeing isn't real. Don't be deceived. Trust what the light reveals, even when others try to deny the exposed truth. This revelation will occur in layers. First, you'll notice small signs, subtle inconsistencies that previously went unnoticed. Then, like pieces of a puzzle fitting together, the complete picture will begin to form. It will be like awakening from a long dream, seeing reality with completely new eyes. Some of these revelations will come through coincidences, a comment heard at the right moment, a message seen by chance, an unexpected encounter that brings to light crucial information. Others will come through your dreams, which will now serve as portals to truths your subconscious already knows. Pay attention to these signs. They are the language of the universe speaking directly to you. What the light reveals may initially shake your foundations. Relationships you believed were genuine, opportunities that seemed promising, people you fully trusted. Some of these certainties may dissolve under the light of truth. Allow yourself to feel the impact of these revelations, but know they are necessary for your evolution. As the light intensifies, you'll begin to see patterns that have repeated throughout your life. Situations that seemed isolated will now show surprising connections. You'll recognize how certain people or circumstances always led you to similar feelings, always awakened the same insecurities. This recognition is powerful. It's the first step to breaking negative cycles. The light will also reveal hidden aspects of yourself. Potentials you didn't know you possessed, strengths that remained dormant, talents that were suppressed by fear or external influence. These discoveries will be like gifts, valuable resources now at your disposal to rebuild your life on more solid and truthful foundations. Some people will distance themselves when the light begins to shine intensely. This is natural. Not everyone is prepared to live in truth. Those who thrive on manipulation and deception cannot bear to be under the glow of the revealing light. Let them go. Their departure is confirmation that the light is working, cleaning your path of influences that don't serve your greater good. With each revelation, your perception will become sharper. You'll develop a kind of spiritual X-ray vision, able to instantly discern what is authentic from what is false. This ability will be your protection from now on, preventing new deceptions from entering your life. The light that reveals is not cruel, it's compassionate. It exposes the truth not to cause pain, but to open the way for genuine healing. It's like a doctor who needs to examine the wound before treating it. Temporarily uncomfortable, eternally beneficial. Now is the time to open your eyes, your heart, and your mind. Allow the divine light to reveal what needs to be revealed. Don't resist, don't hide, don't deny what presents itself before you. Truth is your birthright, and the time has come to reclaim it. The light that reveals is also the light that heals. After exposure comes transformation. After truth comes freedom. You are ready, chosen one. The light has already begun to shine. Chosen one, prepare your heart for what comes next. The betrayals that occurred in the shadows will be brought to light with a clarity that will leave no room for doubt. People you trusted, to whom you gave your time, energy, and loyalty, will be exposed for what they really are. This revelation is not to hurt you, but to free you. For too long, you've walked among wolves disguised as sheep, trusting smiles that hid dark intentions. The universe will not allow this to continue. It's time for the truth to be revealed, however painful it may initially seem. The betrayals have taken many forms in your life. Some were obvious and direct, words said behind your back, sabotaged opportunities, trust openly violated. Others were subtle and sophisticated, false compliments to keep you complacent, advice that seemed useful but actually diverted you from your path, support that was withdrawn at the most crucial moments. Some of these people betrayed you consciously, driven by envy of your light, by fear of your power, by insecurity in the face of your potential. Others betrayed you without fully realizing what they were doing. Unconscious instruments of energies seeking to prevent your ascension. The result, however, was the same. Obstacles in your path, doubts planted in your mind, doors closed that should have been open. Now, like a ray of light penetrating the densest darkness, the truth will be revealed. Conversations will be overheard by chance. Messages will be discovered. Contradictory actions will be noticed with new clarity. Confidences will be made by those who can no longer carry the weight of secrecy. The universe will use all necessary means for you to see the complete truth. When these betrayals are exposed, you may feel a wave of intense emotions. Anger for the violated trust, sadness for the loss of what you believed you had, fear of trusting again. Allow yourself to fully feel these emotions. They are part of the healing process, the necessary storm before the transformative calm. Some people will try to deny when confronted, will resort to more lies to cover up previous ones. Others will try to minimize their actions, making you question your own perception. You're overreacting. It wasn't like that. You misunderstood. Don't be deceived again. The light of truth now shines too brightly to be overshadowed by more manipulations. This exposure will serve as a divine filter in your life. Those who don't resonate with your true frequency, who cannot genuinely support your evolution and purpose, will naturally be removed from your path. This isn't punishment, it's protection. The universe is cleaning your energetic space so that new connections based on truth and authenticity can flourish. With each betrayal exposed, you'll gain a new level of discernment. Your intuition, which may have been ignored in the past, will now become your most reliable compass. You'll learn to recognize the subtle signs that previously went unnoticed, the gaze that diverts when certain subjects are mentioned, the change of tone when certain people are present, promises made with enthusiasm but never fulfilled. It's important to understand that these betrayals don't reflect your worth. They weren't allowed in your life because you deserved less or because there was something wrong with you. On the contrary, you were targeted because your light is threatening to those who live in darkness. Your authenticity is an uncomfortable mirror for those who live in falsehood. Your potential awakens fear in those who have settled for mediocrity. Some of these betrayals occurred in the professional realm. Colleagues who took credit for your work, superiors who promised recognition but never delivered, opportunities that mysteriously disappeared after having been practically guaranteed. Others occurred in personal relationships, friendships that seemed unshakable but proved superficial, loves that professed loyalty while practicing betrayal, family members who should have supported you but secretly sabotaged you. As these truths come to light, you'll notice a pattern. You'll realize how there were always signs, how your intuition always tried to alert you. This perception isn't meant to blame you for not having seen before, but to strengthen your confidence in your inner wisdom from now on. The process of exposing betrayals isn't just about seeing what others did. It's also about recognizing how you allowed it, how you may have ignored signs out of fear of loneliness, attachment to relationships that no longer served you, comfort with the familiar even when the familiar was toxic. With each revelation, a layer of illusion dissolves. With each truth exposed, a new level of freedom is achieved. Betrayals hurt, yes, but they also liberate. They break invisible chains that kept you tied to situations, people, and patterns that didn't honor your true essence. The universe is clearing your path, removing obstacles disguised as support, exposing traps disguised as opportunities. This isn't cruelty, it's love in its purest form. It's the divine surgeon removing a tumor before it spreads further, causing temporary pain to ensure lasting health. While betrayals are exposed, keep your heart open but your boundaries firm. Forgiveness will come, yes, but don't confuse forgiveness with permission for the same pattern to repeat. You can release anger without inviting the betrayer back into your life. You can find understanding without compromising your protection. The light that exposes these betrayals will also illuminate your path forward, a clearer, more authentic path populated by souls who truly resonate with your frequency. Each betrayal revealed is an open space for a blessing to enter. Each mask that falls is an opportunity to see genuine faces. This is a time of great cleansing. Painful, yes, but necessary. Trust the process. The light doesn't expose to punish, but to purify. And on the other side of this purification is the life you've always deserved, authentic, aligned, and abundant. Chosen one, the time has come to recognize the inviolable power that dwells within you, a force that no betrayal can diminish, no disappointment can erase, no adversity can break. This force has been with you from the beginning, even in moments when you felt weakest and most vulnerable. When betrayals are exposed and masks fall, you may momentarily feel that you've lost something. Lost relationships you trusted, lost security you believed you had, lost certainties that guided your life. But the truth is that you haven't lost anything that really mattered. You've just freed yourself from illusions that prevented you from accessing your true power. This inner strength is your divine inheritance. It's not something you need to seek outside, buy, deserve, or conquer. It's yours by birthright, an intrinsic part of your essence as a spiritual being having a human experience. When everything around crumbles, this strength will remain unshakable like a rock amid the storm. In the most challenging moments, when you faced losses, rejections, and disillusionment, this strength was there, sustaining you even if silently. It was what made you get up every morning even when the night had been full of tears. It was what made you keep walking even when the path seemed impossible. It was what kept the flame of hope alive even in the darkest times. Now is the time to consciously recognize this strength and begin to work in partnership with it. No longer as an emergency resource triggered only in times of crisis, but as your constant companion, your faithful advisor, your inexhaustible source of creative and transformative power. The people who betrayed you never understood the magnitude of this strength. They saw only its surface, judged only by what was visible, measured only what they could compare with their own limited references. They never knew, and perhaps never will know, the depth of the ocean of power that exists within you. This power manifests in many forms. It's the resilience that allows you to absorb blows and remain standing. It's the creativity that finds solutions where others see only problems. It's the compassion that allows you to understand even those who hurt you. It's the wisdom that extracts valuable lessons from each painful experience. When you begin to operate consciously from this inner strength, a fundamental change occurs in your life. You cease to be a victim of circumstances and become a creator of your reality. You stop reacting to what happens and begin to generate what you desire. You stop fearing the future and begin to actively shape it with each thought, each word, each action. The betrayals and disillusionment you experienced didn't come to weaken you. They came to remind you where your true power resides. Not outside, in others' opinions, in relationships or material possessions, but within you, in that unshakable core that is your direct connection to the divine source. Often, everything around must crumble for us to finally look within. The betrayals exposed in your life served precisely this purpose: to remove distractions, eliminate false securities, dissipate illusions that kept your attention on the exterior when the treasure was always inside. This inner strength is like a diamond formed under immense pressure. Each challenge, each pain, each obstacle applied the necessary pressure to transform common coal into a jewel of inestimable value. Without realizing it, you've been polished throughout your journey, prepared to shine with a glow that no one can ignore. When you fully connect with this strength, something magical happens. Synchronicities multiply, opportunities arise as if summoned by a silent command. Doors open without apparent effort. It's not coincidence. It's the natural result of someone who has finally found the source of authentic power and learned to access it consciously. This strength doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your past mistakes, your present doubts, or your future fears. It's available to you regardless of how worthy you feel, how many times you've failed, how many detours you've taken on your path. It doesn't judge, doesn't condition, doesn't negotiate. It simply exists, waiting to be recognized and activated. The people who betrayed you believed they could diminish your power. They believed that by sabotaging your initiatives, speaking behind your back, or undermining your confidence, they would be stealing something from you. What they never understood is that true power cannot be stolen because it doesn't exist outside of you. It's interwoven in your soul, encoded in your spirit, anchored in your deepest essence. As you practice connecting with this inner strength, you'll notice subtle but profound changes in your being. Your physical posture becomes more upright and confident. Your voice gains a quality of certainty and authority. Your eyes reflect an unshakable calm, even in chaotic situations. These are external manifestations of an internal transformation, the growing alignment with your innate power. This strength doesn't seek to dominate others. It only seeks to express its unique truth in the world. It doesn't need to prove anything, compete with anyone, or diminish others to feel validated. It simply exists, simply is, simply flows. And when you allow it to flow without obstructions, your life becomes a natural expression of abundance and purpose. People will be attracted to this energy without even knowing why. They'll feel something different in you, something magnetic and inspiring. Some will try to name it charisma, presence, confidence. But these words only scratch the surface of what's really happening. You're radiating the frequency of your true nature, of your connection with the divine source. This strength is inexhaustible. The more you use it, the more it expands. It's not like material resources that diminish with use. It's like a flame that grows each time it's shared. The more you operate from this strength, the more access you have to it, creating a virtuous cycle of growing power and accelerated manifestation. The betrayals revealed in your life aren't the end of the story. They're just the beginning of a new narrative, one in which you recognize and fully utilize your innate power. A narrative in which you don't depend on the approval, loyalty, or support of others to thrive, because you've discovered the inexhaustible source within yourself. This inner strength that no one can steal is your greatest treasure, your true security, your unlimited source of creation. Honor it, nurture it, express it without fear. Allow it to guide you beyond the limitations you once accepted as your boundaries. The entire universe waits to respond to your command when you speak from this place of authentic power. Chosen one, take a deep breath and feel what's happening at this exact moment. A transformative energy is moving around you. The air feels different, more charged with possibilities. It's not your imagination, it's the energy of the turning point, the divine inflection point that completely alters the course of your journey. This is the moment you've waited for which you persevered through dark nights, silent tears, and persistent doubts. The turning point isn't just a distant promise. It's a reality manifesting now in your life. The cosmic gears are turning in your favor, reconfiguring circumstances, rearranging situations, realigning people and opportunities. For so long you've walked against the wind, facing resistance with each step, feeling that no matter how hard you tried, progress was slow and difficult. Now, the wind has changed direction. It blows at your back, propelling you forward with a force you've never experienced before. What once required immense effort now flows with surprising naturalness. This turning point doesn't happen by chance. You attracted it with your perseverance, conquered it with your unwavering faith, deserved it with your refusal to give up even when all seemed lost. The universe has always been working in your favor, orchestrating events behind the scenes, preparing the stage for this precise moment of transformation. The signs of the turning point are already appearing around you. Doors that were firmly closed begin to open effortlessly. People who can help in your journey appear coincidentally in your path. Ideas and inspirations flow into your mind with unprecedented clarity and frequency. Opportunities arise in areas where there were only blockages before. This turning point isn't just external, it's also a profound internal reconfiguration. Limiting beliefs that kept you trapped for years simply dissolve like fog in the sun. Fears that seemed insurmountable lose their power over you. A new and unshakable confidence emerges from within, not based on external circumstances, but rooted in your innate spiritual power. The moment of the turning point brings with it unprecedented clarity. Suddenly, you see the purpose behind each trial, the lesson contained in each challenge, the gift hidden in each loss. The puzzle of your life begins to make sense, revealing a much more intelligent and loving design than you could ever have imagined during difficult moments. This turning point also affects how others see you. People who underestimated you in the past now begin to notice your brilliance. Those who rejected you will feel an inexplicable attraction back to your orbit. Those who doubted your visions and projects will be forced to recognize the wisdom that always existed in your ideas. Your presence now carries a magnetic authority that cannot be ignored. Chosen one, during this time of turning point, keep your thoughts vigilantly aligned with your highest intentions. The transformative energy flowing now amplifies everything, both positive and negative. Each thought is a seed being planted in extraordinarily fertile soil. Choose carefully what to plant, knowing the harvest will come more quickly than ever. This turning point isn't temporary, it's a permanent realignment with your true path. It's as if you had been walking on a road parallel to your true journey and now finally converged to the path that was always meant for you. Each step from here takes you deeper into your divine mission. The financial blockages that have afflicted you for so long begin to dissolve. Resources arrive from unexpected sources. Doors to new opportunities for prosperity open. The universe is demonstrating that abundance is your birthright, not a privilege reserved for a few. Scarcity was just a temporary illusion. The truth has always been abundance. Relationships that nourish your soul and support your growth are being attracted into your life. Toxic connections naturally fall by the wayside without unnecessary drama or conflict. It's as if an inner magnet now operates with perfect precision, attracting what resonates with your elevated frequency and repelling what isn't aligned with your greater good. Your health and vitality also experience a turning point. Energy that previously seemed chronically scarce now flows abundantly. Small problems that persisted for years begin to resolve. Your body responds to the new vibrational frequency, aligning with a state of well-being that has always been your natural state. Creativity explodes at unprecedented levels, life-transforming ideas, innovative solutions, profound artistic expressions. All of this now flows effortlessly, like water from a newly discovered spring. The channel between you and divine intelligence is open and operating at maximum capacity. This turning point brings with it a clear mission. The purpose for which you were placed on this planet reveals itself with crystal clarity. No longer wandering in the fog of uncertainty, you now see the illuminated path ahead. Each step is guided, each decision informed by an inner wisdom that is perfectly aligned with the divine plan. The dreams you barely dared to believe now seem not only possible but inevitable. What once seemed an impossible fantasy now presents itself as a detailed script, with clear steps and available resources. It's no longer a question of if, but simply when and how your greatest desires will manifest. During this turning point, observe how time seems to function differently. Manifestations that would normally take years now occur in months. Processes that typically require months now complete in weeks or days. It's as if you've entered a spiritual fast lane where normal laws of time and space have been flexed in your favor. The moment of the turning point doesn't require you to fight or force. In fact, these approaches would now delay your progress. Instead, cultivate the art of allowing. Allow the divine current to carry you. Trust the flow. Be alert to opportunities and act when intuition commands, but abandon the fighting mentality that may have been necessary in earlier phases of your journey. Some people in your life won't be able to understand or accept your turning point. They're accustomed to your old version, your familiar struggles, the predictable pattern of your limitations. Your transformation challenges them, reflects their own choices not made, their own powers not claimed. Have compassion for them, but don't allow their resistance to stop you. This turning point isn't just for you, it's also for everyone who will be touched by your expanded light. Each person you inspire, each life you elevate, each heart you touch, creates a chain reaction of transformation. The complete impact of your turning point will extend far beyond what you can see now, affecting future generations in ways you can barely imagine. The abundance now flowing into your life isn't an end in itself. It's fuel for your mission, resources for your vision, tools for your purpose. The more you share, the more you receive. The more you expand, the more you're filled. It's the divine paradox of abundance. It multiplies as it's circulated with loving intention. Keep your vibration elevated during this crucial phase. Surround yourself with beauty. Immerse yourself in gratitude. Fill your mind with inspiring truths. Care for your body as the sacred temple it is. The frequency you maintain now determines the amplitude of your turning point and the speed with which it fully manifests in your reality. As you experience this turning point, honor each step of the journey that brought you here. Honor the tears you shed, the moments when you almost gave up, the days you continued only by blind faith. All of this shaped the vessel that is now capable of containing the blessings being poured out. The moment of your turning point has arrived, chosen one. It's real, it's happening now, and nothing can stop it. Open your arms, open your heart, and receive what has always been yours by divine right. The wait is over. The transformation is here. Your moment has finally arrived. Chosen one, hear these words with every cell of your being. Your victory is not just possible, not just probable. It is absolutely guaranteed. It's not a matter of luck or chance. It's a divine certainty, a cosmic decree that no earthly force can reverse. This is knowledge that transcends common understanding. It's not based on external appearances or current circumstances. It's a truth anchored in the invisible and immutable laws that govern the universe. The same laws that keep planets in their orbits, that transform seeds into forests, that ensure that after the darkest night always comes the dawn. These laws now work to guarantee your total victory. You will prevail because your triumph already exists in the divine plan. While in the material world you are still walking toward your victory, on the spiritual plane, it is already a completed reality. You are simply aligning your three-dimensional reality with what has already been established in the higher realms. It's like a photograph being gradually revealed. The complete image already exists. It's just becoming visible, bit by bit. The revealed betrayals, the fallen masks, the exposed truths, all these were necessary steps to prepare the ground for your absolute victory. Hidden obstacles needed to be revealed, negative energies needed to be exposed, the path needed to be cleared so your ascension could occur without impediments. What seemed painful was actually liberating. What seemed to be loss was actually gain. Your victory encompasses all areas of your life. In the financial realm, you will experience prosperity that transcends your boldest expectations. In relationships, you will attract soul connections that nurture and elevate your spirit. In your health, you will feel renewed vitality flowing through every part of your body. In your life mission, you will impact the world in ways you never imagined possible. This guarantee of victory doesn't mean absence of challenges. The path will still have its curves, its steep climbs, its moments of uncertainty. But the difference now is that you walk with the unshakable certainty of the final outcome. It's like watching a movie for the second time. The tense scenes no longer cause anxiety because you already know the triumphant ending. The evidence of your victory has already begun to manifest. Observe the signs around you. Situations that miraculously resolve themselves, doors that open where before there were only walls. People who arrive to support your journey at the exact moment you need them. These are just the first drops of a rain of blessings that is about to transform into a storm of abundance. Those who tried to impede your progress, who secretly envied your light or actively worked against your goals, will witness your victory with amazement. Some will be touched and transformed by your example. Others will simply move away, unable to bear the brightness of your triumph. In either case, you will move forward, neither vengeful nor resentful, just resolute in your divine purpose. This guaranteed victory is not just for your personal benefit. It's for everyone who will be inspired by your journey, everyone who will find hope in your example, everyone who will learn through you that persistence, faith, and authenticity always triumph in the end. Your story of overcoming will be a beacon for countless souls still struggling in the shadows of doubt and fear. The guarantee of your victory comes with a responsibility, that of remaining aligned with your highest essence. Stay connected to your inner light. Continue honoring your intuition. Keep acting with integrity even when no one is watching. Your victory is already guaranteed in the divine plan, but how you experience it and the way it impacts the world depend on your daily choices. As you approach the culminating moment of your victory, time seems to accelerate. What once seemed distant now rapidly approaches. Manifestations you expected years in the future begin to occur in the here and now. It's as if the universe were compensating for every moment of waiting, every tear shed, every prayer seemingly unanswered. This victory goes beyond what your mind can currently conceive. If you could see now everything being prepared for you, you would be absolutely amazed. The universe is orchestrating a convergence of people, resources, opportunities, and blessings that will surpass even your boldest dreams. Trust that what is coming is exponentially greater than what you can already glimpse. The certainty of your victory should not lead to complacency, but to a serene confidence that fuels inspired actions. Continue moving toward your goals, guided now not by fear of failure, but by the joy of creating. Each action you take from this place of divine certainty carries a multiplied power, an amplified capacity to create extraordinary results with minimal effort. In your guaranteed victory, there is a special sweetness, the reward for your perseverance when others would have given up, for your faith when others would have doubted, for your authenticity when others would have compromised. The universe doesn't forget those who remain faithful to their inner truth, even in the most challenging circumstances. Remember that your victory is not separate from the victory of others. In the elevated consciousness to which you are ascending, there is no I win, you lose. Your victory creates an energetic field that elevates everyone around you, that inspires others to reclaim their own power, that expands possibilities for all humanity. You are part of a collective movement toward the light, where your personal triumph is a catalyst for global transformation. As you fully assimilate this truth of your guaranteed victory, a deep relaxation occurs in your being. Anxiety dissolves, desperate rush calms down, fear retreats. In its place arises a quiet confidence, a peace that transcends logical understanding, a joy that doesn't depend on external circumstances. This is the natural state of your being when aligned with the cosmic truth of your destiny. You will prevail because this was the promise made to your soul even before you were born into this world. You chose to come with a divine purpose, and the universe is committed to ensuring you fulfill that purpose. All the forces of creation are conspiring in your favor, even when appearances suggest otherwise. Your victory is not only certain, it's already happening. Each revelation, each liberation, each new level of consciousness you reach is a part of that victory unfolding. The final destination is extraordinary, but the journey itself is equally sacred. Honor each step, celebrate each progress, be thankful for each revelation, knowing that each moment is an integral part of your divine triumph. You were chosen not because you're perfect, but because you're authentic. Not because you never fall, but because you always rise. Not because you never doubt, but because you choose faith even amid doubts. And that's why your victory is absolutely guaranteed, because it doesn't depend on external perfection, but on internal authenticity. It doesn't depend on ideal circumstances, but on a heart aligned with the truth.